Hey everyone, putting this video out there on my channel for the first time. My name is Mo, better known as the Diamond Dinosaur. And my first video I wanted to start with my pen collection. Actually, I'm glad I'm doing it because I now realize that I only have 81. So let's get started. If you're new, thank you for stopping by. If you are returning, I'm so glad you're here. So let's get on with it. These two pens, I'm not quite sure where they came from. I think they came from a kit that I purchased. I'm not sure where they came from, to be frankly honest. I don't use them, but they are kind of pretty and decorative, so I'll keep them around for a while. This pen is clearly just one of the standard DAC pens that you can buy. I loved the feel of it and the color, so I really don't use it anymore, but I just can't part with it. This particular pen was the first pen I ever had turned. It's from ObrienCustomTurning. Only used it 1 or 2 times. It does take a little bit of getting used to. Again, it was the first time I ever had anything turned, so I really wasn't quite sure what I was doing. But I do love it. I love the colors and the detail in the pen and how it's got like that, it's maybe a tortoise shell iridescent look to it. So it's a keeper. This particular pen came from, I believe it was PureBlissWaxCo. It was part of one of their monthly packages, and I think it was a mermaid one. This one also came from Pure Bliss and one of their monthly subscriptions boxes, and I was beach related, clearly because of all the seashells. So kind of saving them for a rainy day. I have a nice beach canvas I want to do, so I'll be using that pen when I start that. I don't know about you guys, and you can leave this in a comment if anybody is more into matching your pens with your canvas. I tend to do that as a person who has a little bit of OCD. I kind of like to make everything match perfectly. These two pens, this pen came with a tray from knscustomDPpens on Etsy. And I got this after I saw someone posted in a chat for drills and chills. My first time doing drills and chills, I kind of fell in love with the pen and the tray, so I went ahead and ordered it. This particular pen is also from knscustomDPpens. I had a custom made. As anybody who knows me, I'm a diehard Eagles fan, so I now have a Fly Eagles fly pen along with a tray to match it. This next set of pens, they came from DiamondPenPal. This was one of my first Christmas pens. The reason I like it so much is because it has a flat end, so it won't roll. I don't know if there's any other companies out there that do this type of pen, this style. But I do like it, even though it is very heavy and tends to be a little bit thicker. It's good for just a change, and then if you're doing a Christmas canvas, it's always a plus. Again, as a football fan, this did come also from DiamondPenPal. It's flat on the one side, but it's got the grass from the football field, and it's got all little floating footballs in there. So I will definitely be using this come September 1st when football season kicks off. My next set of pens, this particular pen was my first Halloween pen that I got, and I believe it's from Tinacaviel on Etsy. I hope I pronounced the name correctly. I don't know if her shop is still open or available, but I just adore this pen. It's so fun with all the little Halloween, old school Halloween masks and stuff in there. It's really it's exciting and fun to use when you're doing Halloween stuff. This particular pen came from Cateareofficial on Etsy. I'm, again, sorry if I mispronounced the name. But I got this pen because I fell in love with the colors and the style. And I really was hoping that I could get the Satira Margaret Morales DAC painting, but it is, last I checked, it was still sold out. So it has not, I've not been able to get it, but I'm definitely on the lookout. So I can't wait to use it when I do that DAC canvas. This diamond painting pen is one of my newer pens. It came from BlackwolfWoodWorks. It's my first pen from them. I just love the shimmer to it, in the different lighting. It feels really great in your hand ergonomically. I like the hybrid style where it's got the wood, and I like how the wood has some iridescent going through it. Definitely a good find for me. This particular pen came from a Drills and Chills exclusive, I believe, through FlawaDesigns. It came with a cover minder and a tray to match. I haven't used it yet. I haven't had the opportunity, but it's more of a smaller, shorter style pen. So I can't wait to use that. It's going to be exciting. Let me see, I just dropped the pen. Sorry, guys. These two pens that I'm going to show right now, they're from LassenLatheWorks. LassenLatheWorks, their pricing is very reasonable. I do think they do drops on Facebook, but they also, after they drop, they do post the pens on their Etsy page, so you can always go there. Just a standard black. I did not have a black pen, and I felt like I needed to have one, you know, because black does go with everything, so always look at it that way. This is my other LassenLatheWorks. I just like the coloring in it, the marbling of the black and the white and the purple. A little bit of pink in there as well, and some blue. Just a different style, coloring style, and it's just fun overall. Let me see. My next group of pens. This pen came from Unimade. And look at that, I did not even know that it had one of the unscrew pen tips. That's awesome. I did not even realize that that was what they were. But that's very exciting. So see that? I took this out of the box, put it with my other pens, and haven't touched it because I haven't decided to work on that kit. But this is a Unimade pen. I love the sleekness of it. I love how the ombre colors are purple and pink, and they kind of blend into the blue. I think that's fun and exciting. Definitely worth it for a mermaid style canvas. These three pens are ButterflyEffectWares. This was part of their Dracula's Castle series that came out last year. I don't know if you can see it, maybe a little hard to see, but they have, there's bats all up through here. I love all things Halloween and spooky and Dracula, Frankenstein, all those characters. I was very excited to be able to snag this pen. So that's always a good find for me as well. This particular pen from ButterflyEffectWares, ButterflyEffectWares, also was for September of last year, and it was the birthday when they were doing the birthstones. So my birthday is in September, my birthstone is sapphire, so I knew I had to have this set as well, and it came with the dot dot putty. So yeah, this pen is the last pen I got from ButterflyEffectWares. It's called Alchemy. And I'm actually saving this, and I'm going to use it when I do Medusa. I just kind of feel like it kind of reminded me of like the coloring in Medusa's eyes on the canvas. So I definitely wanted to save it when I start Medusa, which I will be starting that probably the next month or so, because it is Year of the Snake. And I was born in the Year of the Snake, so I want to make sure I do a snake themed canvas. So I'll be doing Medusa, and I'll be using this when I do her. The next set of pens, I'm not going to go through them, I'm just going to put them under the camera. All of these pens are from TJ, Custom Pens by TJ on Facebook. They're one of those ones where they post a picture of the pen. If you like it, you put me please in the comments, they'll assign you a number, and then the next morning at 9 o'clock they'll do a drawing And if you get the number, then you get the right to purchase that pen. So for a while there, I was just going pen crazy, and every time they had a color out, I had to have it. Literally had to have it. So some of these, I do have some of these that are my favorites. This was an Eagles theme pen that they made for me with the midnight green and the black and the white and the silver. This is a pen that I had custom made for my daughter. She is a huge DC comic book fan, and her favorite character of all time is Nightwing. So she wanted a Nightwing themed pen for when she does her Justice League diamond painting. So I went ahead and ordered her this blue and black for Nightwing. So she was really happy and excited to get that. Let me see. These two pens are sister pens. They are from pretty much the same thing of blocks. So I love them both. So I got both of them, even though they're the same, but they are slightly different in their coloring. So I call these the twins. So that's kind of how I worded it when they messaged me and said, you know, you do realize they're kind of the same. I was like, yep, they're sister pens. So I want both of them. So there's that. This pen, some of these I don't even remember. This is a glow in the dark on this side. This was a beach theme pen with the sand and the ocean. This one I love because I love crows and ravens, and it has the crow and raven insignia on there, the double-headed crow. It is a little bit heavier just because of the weight. It's more of a wood pen. But I love it all the same. I wasn't sure I would like the coloring, but I definitely had to have it just for the crows themselves. This was my first abalone pen, which I completely love the iridescence of it, and I love the fact that it is a hybrid. So that was a good one. I don't even think I've used half of these, to be honest with you. This pen I liked because it had the pine cones in it, and I thought that was just very interesting in the detailing of it. Yeah, so this is another one I got for a mermaid theme. But actually I should have used it for the month of June because it was Pride Month. So there's that. Here's one that's very autumn theme. I do like everything fall. Here's another one that's kind of fallish colors. These are all again from Custom Pens by TJ on Facebook. Check them out. They do pen drops every day. They're still doing pen drops. I actually saw one today that I was kind of like, do I want to go ahead and try that? But I figured no. Let me just hold off on that right now. So let me just move that out of the way. My next set of group of pens. These pens are all from, I'm sure everybody knows them, Enablers Outpost. They also have diamond painting canvases. I have a couple of their canvases as well. A lot of these pens were custom blanks that I had turned, but this was one that was already turned by Enablers Outpost. I just kind of like the difference in it. Like, I don't know, I kind of just thought it was really cool looking. It looks very kind of 18th century royalty. I don't know why it reminded me of that, but it did. This pen, as well as, hold on now. This one, sorry. These were Harry Potter themed. So if you look closely all here through here, you can see the Deathly Hallows. So I love this pen. I love the feel of it. I love the thickness of it. It is one of my favorites. This pen is also a Harry Potter based pen. If you notice, it has the colors of the houses. So you're starting here with Ravenclaw. You have some Gryffindor. You have some Hufflepuff. And up in here somewhere, it's hard to see it. There is a little bit of green mixed in. It's kind of hard to see though. But again, we have the Deathly Hallow logos. So definitely, come on, Harry. Everybody loves Harry Potter, so. This was a pen that they did as a custom. I tried to win it and I didn't, but then they decided that because so many people questioned about it, they wanted to do another run of it, so I was able to get this one. It was one of my first mermaid style pens with the coloring, so I do like it, but I tend not to use it as much as I do the others. This one was one that was already a pre-made one, that pre-turned, I should say, on their through their Facebook page and then onto their website. Again, it's one of my favorites. I love the feel of it. I love the way it sits in my hand. I love the smoothness of it. I love the coloring. This pen is just perfect. I don't know what else to say. I just love it so much. It is definitely one of my favorites and one of my go-tos. This pen is a new one. I saw it on their website a while ago. I haven't had an opportunity to use it, but I do like the colors. They're just also pretty, and I guess that's what draws me to pens and being a pen collector is just the intricateness of the colors and how it all comes together. It's amazing how they turn it and everything just falls into place the right way. This was another Enablers Outpost. I love this. Again, I'm not really into mermaids, but for some reason I feel like I'm drawn to mermaid pens. I love the feel of it. I love the style of it. I think this is one of the only pens I have that has this turn to it. So I think it's very unique in that way. But yeah, this is another one of my go-tos. These were all custom blanks that I had turned through Enablers Outpost. I was looking for some more Christmas stuff. I couldn't really find any. So none that were pre-made, so then I found some of these that were actual blanks. So I had them turned. Actually, this one is, sorry, this is not Enablers Outpost now that I'm thinking about it. This is TJ's, custom pen by TJ's, and the name of the pen was called The Grinch. This was one of those ones custom made from custom pens from TJ on Facebook. But these were all hand turned by Ed from Enablers Outpost, and they're all more Christmassy themed, except this one. It's a little 4th of July-ish, Memorial Day type pen. I always tell my husband this is my Cody Rhodes pen because it's the red, white, and blue, and some gold in there too. So this pen was an Enablers Outpost. I love dogs. I have 4, so of course I had to have anything dog paw print related. Yeah, I'm there. So that's a cutie. This one I had turned very Christmas oriented, a little bit thicker rather than thinner. So I can't wait to try that out during the holidays. So looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to this one. I wasn't sure how this blank was going to look, but when I got the box and I opened it, the pictures on Facebook did not do this pen justice. The coloring of this bright orange is amazing. And Ed was able to turn it just correctly so I could still see the skulls that are in mixed in the black, so I didn't lose any of the skulls themselves. So they were all Enablers Outpost. My next group, this company is called MadwoodturningSI. They do mostly hybrids. I have a lot of their pens. I love their pens. They're stunning. I don't know what else to say. But this is one that I got last year for Halloween. The witch is in there flying her broom and her cauldron's on the bottom. So that's one. This one I love. I love one of my favorite characters are plague doctors. Love the plague doctors. So this was I had to have this pen when I saw it because it has the plague doctor mask in it. So I definitely had to have it. Whether I use it or not remains to be seen. However, I did have to have this pen just for the plague doctor face alone. This pen, because I love dragons, I'll be busting this pen out probably next month. I'm gonna start Mama Knows Best to celebrate the season 3 premiere of House of the Dragon. So this was definitely one for me that I had to have for the dragon. This pen I actually got, it has an owl in it and a crescent moon and some stars. I got this pen because last year I participated in an event called Who's Who 2024. And I saw this and I thought it would be perfect for when they do the event again. Unfortunately, the event has been postponed so far this year. So I'm patiently waiting, and when they say, yes, it's on, I will be pulling out this pen, putting in my tips, and getting ready to go. This one, again, because I love crows and ravens, so had to get this one. A cool thing too about Madwood Turning is they do polish their pens with pen oil. And usually when you get your pen, they'll put a card in there with what pen oil they used. And sometimes, I think once or twice I got a freebie oil sample. So I do tend to, when I'm done using the pen, I will polish it with the pen oil to keep the wood looking smooth and shiny. This particular pen, clearly, if any of y'all can see that, it's all Thanksgiving. So of course I do have a Thanksgiving Day diamond painting, so I needed to have the turkey pen to go along with that. This one I just thought was really cool. It has moths in it and the hearts, and it's just like something I've never seen before. So very gothic. I do have a lot of darker canvases, so I thought that would be perfect. This is one from Madwood Turning that, believe it or not, is obviously clearly not a hybrid, but I just love the coloring. I thought it was so cool. It's just very midnight, nighttime-esque. I just thought it was really pretty, so I had to have it. The last three pens from Madwood Turning do have symbolic means for me. Again, I know I said to you guys I love dogs, so anything that's dog related, I have to have. So this particular pen has a little doggy in there and some the foot pads, paw prints, and a bone. I love it. And this one, Madwood Turning, they post, I think, on their Etsy shop twice a week. They do Wednesdays and they do Fridays, and they do like maybe I think 5 or 6 pens at each drop, and then you have the opportunity. And this particular pen I'm going to show you, I tried really hard to get it, but I just wasn't fast enough. So when I reached out to the shop and I said, do you think you'll be doing another one of these pens? She said that they would, put me on a list and they would go ahead and make me one when they got the opportunity. And it wasn't, maybe a couple months later, they're like, hey, we have your pen, it's all finished. This pen is, again, doggy related. I fell in love with it. It's got the heartbeat with the EKG, the lifeline going to a paw print. So I just fell in love with it, and I'm using it. This is the pen that I'm using currently right now for the canvas that I'm working on. This particular pen is a tribute to the movie The Crow. The Crow is one of my favorite movies, and I'm always quoting this line to my daughter. I always tell her, listen, she's having a bad day. Listen, it's okay. It can't rain all the time. Always remember, it can't rain all the time. And that is a quote that I got from that movie. And in this particular pen, they have a tribute to that movie. And if you can see, I don't know if it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little container in there, and on the container it has the words, "It can't rain all the time." So when I saw it, I'm like, yeah, that's mine. Wrap it up, send it to me, it's mine. So there are all my Madwood Turning pens. So they're another one of my go-tos. My last group of pens I'm going to show you, I'm sure everybody knows who they are Swampwood. Swampwood pens are very hard. They're very, very hard to get. Like the minute they get posted, you've got to get in there and get them. And once I started getting one, then I had to have another. And then it just became a contest. Like, I need to get in here and get this pen. I need to get in here and get this pen. Because I just needed to. I just felt like I needed to have these pens. So I got this one for Christmas. Swampwood. You can always tell a Swampwood pen because of the Swarovski crystals, never say that word, that are embellished on the pen itself. So another Christmas pen here, which I love. Here's another pretty one. Like, just the style is just amazing. And the sad part is nobody even is going to see these pens but me when I'm using them. But they make my heart happy, so that's all my husband cares about. This particular Swampwood has actually shredded money inside of it with gold flecks. So, yeah. This is it's a money pen, for sure. This one I just got because I thought it was pretty. Not necessarily a purple. It's not necessarily my favorite color, but it's a Swampwood pen and I had to have it. But it's very kind of wintry too, so I can use it for like a wintry canvas, and I have several of those. This one I like just because it had the tiger striping, so I loved it. This one I thought was very Halloween-y. You know, Swampwood, the green, jack-o'-lantern. So I thought that was fun. This one is very beachy in its own way. But I think also this is very Tiffany color, so love that. This is an abalone style, which I love, the black crystals. I think this pen is gorgeous. This one, I didn't think I'd be a person who liked yellow, but guess what? I love this pen. It's so loud and so obnoxious, but it's just great. It's just great. Good to do if you have any summer canvases. I don't necessarily have any summer canvases, but now that I'm seeing this pen and hold it again, I guess that'll be the next purchase on my list. This one is another one that's very Halloween-y. This is one of the things that caught my eye, how it kind of blended down in here. So I love it. Again, the black crystals were great. So, and then the last two pens, in talking to Seth, who owns Swampwood, he had posted a block that was like Dallas Cowboy colors and said, talk to me about getting a Cowboys pen. Well, as an Eagles fan, I can't have a Cowboys pen. So I told him I'd like to have a custom Eagles pen. So he sent me the color, 2 blocks of colors. One was Kelly and silver, and the other one was midnight green and silver. And of course, I couldn't make up my mind, so I had to have both. So this one is my midnight green custom Eagles pen. Go Birds. And this one is my custom Kelly. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's my pen collection, currently sitting at 81. If you guys were able to check out my video, just give me a thumbs up so I know who was here and who wasn't. I'll be doing other videos, maybe whipping chats, but as my first one, I thought it would be easy to talk about something that I'm passionate about, which are my pens. They're a big part of my collection as my stash of canvases and my stash of trays. But I love my diamond painting pens. So again, if you like it, just give me a thumbs up. If you want to comment and tell me how many you have, or if you have a favorite company that you didn't hear me mention, I'd love to know who they are so I could check them out and maybe get that, you know, over the course of the next year or so, accumulate another 20 pens so I can get it over 100. So yeah, thanks for checking out my video. Hope to hear from you next time. Again, my name is Mo, the Diamond Dinosaur, and I'll talk to you soon. Everybody have a great day and a great July 4th. Talk to you later. Bye.